everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Heike and you're watching Stone Cold Coffee Crafts. My little furry assistant Lola the ragdoll cat is currently having a nap right behind me, so I expect her to be very soon up here on the table because she usually gets interested when I start talking. So welcome back to my channel for another daily crafty chat. This is a bit of an odd one because usually I film them in the morning before work. It is right now 4:45 in the evening, or afternoon rather. I'm late. Usually I have these up by 7 p.m. so this is probably not going to happen today, but I'm going to do my best to keep my regular time. Anyway, we've had a weekend and I did quite a bit of crafting, so let's get into it. Hi Lola! Like I said, my little furry assistant Lola the ragdoll cat, who absolutely hates the feeling of yucky drills underneath her paws. I'm sorry, kitty. So I'm going to show you Siamese Tease as far as I have completed it now. Siamese Tease by Diamond Art Club. The artist is Mandy Manzano, one of my absolute favorite artists, and probably the favorite artist that Diamond Art Club is currently licensing. Oh boy, she has discovered a fly. Ooh, this is going to end not well. It was nice knowing you. I have a feeling everything is going to get torn down very soon. Kitty, it's not a good idea to lie down there because I want to push the painting up. So, this is a super big one. It is a 55 by 107 centimeter painting, and we are now down here. So we have nearly completed the kitties. I have 8 more sections to go, and the plan is to finish this by Thursday evening. So far, I am completely in plan. I've not worked ahead, but I'm also not behind. Oh, thank goodness, a section of the painting that has no yucky drills on it. And yeah, I hope I can keep that up. This painting works up really fast, I have to say. There are a few things I'm going to change once it is done. I've spoken about this last week. A few of the highlights look very odd. I'm going to switch them out for some darker drills because they are really standing out. You can see that in the section I have worked on over the weekend. Here, for example, we have another odd line of very light drills, random light drills, that make not much sense as a highlight, especially since we don't have that line in the mirroring kitty here. So not entirely sure what that is about, but that is something I'm going to fix once the painting is completed. So let's see how that works out. But so far I am mostly happy with that, except for the small changes I have to make. I have literally no trash considering how big this painting is. I think I have like 30 drills in my trash container right now. That's really nothing. So, and I think except for the very odd highlights, the person who charted this left in the background actually looks fantastic. I mean, I don't know about you, but I think that the way this is transitioning and looking, considering this is all dark blue, looks really good. Jeez, voice, where are you going? Yeah, so that's the diamond painting I did over the weekend. That's like 6 sections of this, like I had planned, and I'm quite chuffed that I managed to stay in plan. The reason why I pretty much notched up the speed on this is I can pretty well diamond paint during the horrible temperatures we currently have in Germany, and also I realized that I actually need to have this finished by end of next week, preferably before Friday, so I have time on Friday to film both the footage for the wrap-up video for August and also for the final review if possible, because I am not going to film on my vacation, so literally I will not film anything for 2 whole weeks. So yeah, I have to pick up the speed a little bit, and so far it's working out great. So that's the diamond painting. That is something I made a lot of progress on, I think. See, poor kitty, more space for you now. And then I did a bit of stitching over the weekend because it was the 15th, and that means I got a couple of patterns for my stitch-alongs. First that dropped this time around was the Chinese Zodiac, because the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery this year has implemented a no work on weekends rule. So if any of their stitch-alongs is scheduled to drop on a weekend, they are going to drop the pattern on the Friday. So they dropped it on Friday the 14th instead of the 15th, and this was the first I was able to pick up and work on. So showing you the whole thing. This time around the pattern included the horse, the sheep and the monkey. And I'm going to insert a picture up here. Where am I? If I don't know who does. Of what the horse initially looked like. And as you can see, I'm going to put this up a bit more so this looks a bit prettier. As you can see, I changed the horse a little bit. I stitched it as called for, with the 498 as the mane and the tail, and I did not like that at all. They have had two very similar colors once before in the little rabbit. You can see that the rabbit has these big spots that are a bit of a darker golden yellow than the main body, which is this sunny yellow. And I didn't mind it for the rabbit because it was just a color variation in its fur. And sometimes those are close together and you can actually see that pretty well. But the red mane on the dark pink horse, it looked like nothing to me. So I really didn't like that. I knew instantly when I stitched it that I was going to frog this and replace it with something. Just the color I was going to replace it with was more of a last minute decision, and basically made on the premise that I'm a purple girl, and I was thinking they had not implemented enough of this super pretty medium tone purple that I love so much. I don't believe that there will be a lot of it in the rest of the pattern either, so I'm not sad about it. Initially I thought I would use the darker green from the dragon and the ox, because that would have worked pretty well with the pink as well. But I really felt more like purple, I think. It also goes well with the monkey, who uses the darker purple and the lighter pink. So I think that's actually a bit more of a harmony there. So that's the first thing I worked on. I started it on Friday and finished this on Saturday, early evening, I think it was. I have to admit, I slept most of Saturday away. I had a lot of sleep to catch up on because of what happened with Lola at the end of the week when she decided that sleep was for the week and I didn't need it. So I had to catch up a little bit on that, and that cost me basically Saturday morning. The luxury if you don't have kids, I would say. So the second pattern that dropped on midnight on the 15th is of course the next part of Santa's Trip by Barbara Anna. And it's Mr. and Mrs. Santa riding a bunny. Can anyone let me know, because this is not the first time Barbara Anna has charted a Christmas bunny. Is this a thing? I tried Googling it, but I couldn't find anything about that. But are there actually countries where Santa uses a bunny? I know the reindeer is inherently very, I would say, English, American, that region, probably also Sweden and stuff. For us, it's actually not so much the reindeer, I would say. I'm not entirely sure. But the bunny was completely new to me, but she has at least one more pattern with a Christmas bunny and Santa riding it. So I was wondering if this is a thing from the Portuguese Spanish part of the world. I have no idea, but it is super cute. I enjoyed very much. And since I stitched Rudolph with, oops, got caught on the lamp, Rudolph with the beaded nose, I decided that the bunny was going to get one as well. The bunny was charted with the red nose, so that's why I went that way, just to keep it consistent. So I'm wondering if these patterns will all be houses and the rest will all be Santa riding on various animals. Kind of excited to see where we go next. I guess if the next one is going to be a house, though I would say the center, in the center I would really prefer something like a Christmas tree. So I hope it's going to be something like that, a Christmas tree, and then another creature thing here and more houses here and the last creature in the middle here. I think that would round it up pretty nicely. Anyway, I started this on Saturday evening and finished it on Sunday morning. I thought I would be able to finish it on Saturday, to be honest. I actually queued up 2 movies as well. I finally saw Ready or Not and Knives Out. Knives Out has been a movie I wanted to see for months, but they didn't release it here in Germany, I think, until... was it January? They did not release it for Thanksgiving like they did in the US, and we have not been to the movies once this year. So in the beginning of the year there was nothing I really wanted to see in the movies except for Knives Out and Jojo Rabbit, but for both my boyfriend was not super enthusiastic, so I decided I was going to wait until I could rent them from Amazon. And yeah, then everything locked down and right now nothing is in the movies, even though the theaters are open again. That being said, now I have been able to see Knives Out because Amazon was nice enough to rent it to me for 99 cents, or was it 97? It probably was 97. And yeah, I'm waiting for Jojo Rabbit. So Amazon, Jojo Rabbit, please. They actually had another round of these rent a movie for under €1 just last week. I think it was last weekend. But sadly no Jojo Rabbit, but cats. So Rachel and Jessie both told me to stay away from cats. So that's what I did. I still feel like I missed something epic. So that's all the stitching I did. I have decided to switch out my plans for stitching for August. I had initially intended to work on Night Walk Down, but this is really not a project I can currently focus on because it is just too... it needs too much concentration from my part to work on the 40 count, and I feel like the heat of the summer might not be the best time for me to do that. Whenever I try to sit down for it, I really feel this inner against it right now. And the first time I tried was not much fun, so I decided to move this to a later month in the year to pick up again. And I think I'm going to pick up the Little House Needleworks, I think it was. 12 Days of Christmas piece that I picked out for my mother-in-law. And I'm going to start this. I have no idea if I'll be able to finish it in August. It is not a lot of stitching because most of it is letters, and letters go very fast, especially small ones like in that piece. But I will try and finish it by the end of the month because then I can focus on actually getting my butt into gear to get a frame and get it framed for her as a birthday present / Christmas present, because what's the difference with her? Let me tell you, December 25th, babies, no fun. No fun at all. Yeah, so that's my current plan. Today is the starting day of the Frosted Pumpkin Stitchery Midnight Way stitch along. So this is going to drop, I think, in the next hour or so. So that's what I'm going to stitch tonight. But as soon as that is done, and I have no idea how big the parts are, how many days I have to calculate in for that, but as soon as that is done, I am going to switch over to the 12 days of Christmas, and I am going to try and put some effort in to finish it before the end of the month. It might not be possible, but hey, challenge yourself. And then the last of the day is knitting, and I have a super pitiful start on my Sharon shawl. That is something. Say that 5 times quick. I wanted to do so much knitting yesterday. It was not possible. I think I finally sat down to cast this on at 10 p.m. in the evening, and that's how much I did. I did the initial section, and the gray stockinette is the beginning of the official section 1. That's like 4 rows. And it's currently rolling up a bit, so that's a bit hard to show. But I really like the cast on edge, basically. So this first eyelet row and then the rest of the garter stitch. And now we are moving over into the stockinette, and afterwards there's going to be a bit of color work with slipped stitches. So I'm kind of excited to get into that. And there's not much to say so far. So far this is as simple as it gets. Okay, it's the first time I am switching colors. I have also decided not to weave in the colors as I go. She has a little video tutorial to show you how you can do it right away. Basically starting knitting and putting the ends behind, but I decided I was going to weave in the ends as soon as I have a bit more of a stockinette section. I'm going to weave in these 2 ends, so I'm not going to leave them to the end, because then they are never going to get woven in. It's going to be a lot of ends at the end of this mystery knit along, because there's a lot of color change, and as you know, there are 4 colors of yarn. So that's what I'm planning to do. And so far I'm also happy with how my stitches look. I mean, it's not much stitching I've done on, or no, not much knitting I have done on this, but so far I like how they look. I've seen some pictures in the Ravelry group of knitters, and their stitches look really, really twisted. So that's always making me very nervous, because I expect my stuff to look worse. But it's actually not looking bad. It's looking really neat so far, and I hope I can keep that up. And I'm loving the yarns I've chosen so far. It's a very bright pink, I know, but the purple will, the gray will tone it down, and the green is not that much in your face. And I think also the purple is not that bright, so that one bright pop of pink is working out very well so far for me. Yeah, so that's what I've been working on over the weekend. I will try and put in some more knitting tonight. I don't know yet. It is 5 p.m. now, so I probably won't be able to juggle all 3 crafts today. I'm not entirely sure. But I will have more knitting time once I am on vacation and visiting my parents, I hope, because I'm not going to take anything but the knitting with me. So that should give it some extra love at that point. And until then, I will try to work at least an hour or so each day on this. It's not a race after all. Also, the nice thing, this is knit flat, of course, because it's a rectangle, and it's not going to get any wider than this. This is like 50 centimeter. So what does that make it? 50 centimeter. That's like 20 inches, I think. Yeah, 20 inches. So that's actually quite nice to show you. I'm also surprised that the cat is not interested at all. She's gone back into her cardboard box behind me to take another nap. I'm once again sorry I'm not going to film kitty clips today. I want to get this edited and up right away. So forgive me for not giving you cats. I'll hope to do better tomorrow. I can't promise you that yet, but I'm going to try. Alright guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. wonderful week, and I will do my best to be back tomorrow with another daily crafty chat. Bye bye.